swimming pools in the upper deck. There's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They begin on the ground with Garendo. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Another try for Garendo. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. Short throw to Smith. And that's good for a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try the middle with Garendo. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Isaac Garendo with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Lawrence will throw. It's Myers again with another catch. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. Now the first carry here for their running back. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The Jaguars hit 6-5 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. They go play action now. Lawrence. He completes it to Hunter. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Steeler defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now Lawrence. Under pressure, they got him again. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Handoff here, Guerrero. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On play action, now Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the play.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. His 9th score on the ground this year and 13th overall. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be there he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Here's Guerrero on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Hines-Allen able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Rodgers directing traffic. Going to change the play. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now it's Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On the give, it's Warren. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lawrence to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brenton Strange, 34 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's Rodgers. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's a 2nd and 5. A handoff for Warren. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Again, it's Guerrero. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On the give, it's Guerrero. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. And As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw, it's Rodgers. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14.
Jaguars 14. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Cameron Hayward able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Check, 37. Let's go, D. Inside.
Now Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers, touchdown.